I don't know, honestly. I mean, you look at their roster and the way, the pace with which they play. We like to play fast as well. So I think two teams get up and down the court. I don't know why. I can't pinpoint. It's one of the teams that we seem to play well against, and hopefully we're competitive against them.
TJ is a guy who seems to kind of almost defy analytics because these days it's at the rim or shoot the three, but he seems so comfortable in the mid-range. Is that a conversation you guys have to have about, hey, he likes that, he's comfortable there, let him go?
Yeah, it is, and I think it's surrounding him with other players that are going to spread the floor to give him that type of space. But that's what he likes to do. He's mid-range guy, quick, got a little bit of a float game, got a little bit of a step back in there, and gets to the free throw line. So we like it when he's aggressive and gets all the way to the rim, but when they take that away, he's got such a great touch.
Yeah. What's your philosophy on offensive rebounding? How many guys do you want to send to the glass, and when and where? Do you have anything specific that you tell the guys?
If you're in the paint, you're a 4 or 5, okay, or you're following your own shot as a 3, but don't run in.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 back usually, 3, 4 back.
Jay, those are usually pretty good at getting back in transition. You all were able to hurt them last game. How were you able to do that?
I just think we've got, spacing the floor, trying to get the first big to kind of flood everybody out and take the rim away, and then it just creates space. I think we got guys that can create space, whether it's Elfrid or whether Devin, he doesn't need a lot of space to find a way to score. So I think just being the first big down and kind of flush it out, make somebody guard, get guys off the baseline, and just creates a lot of space.
So how important is Marquise's final handful of games, and are you encouraged by what's gone on in the last couple of things?
Yeah, he's played better the last couple of games. Yeah, we're encouraged. I think, overall, he kind of goes and flows. He had 7 games where he was really good, then he got hurt, and then he struggled when he came back. So we hope he's on an upswing here for the rest of the year, and he needs to bring energy and juice, and I think he can be a pretty dynamic player when he does that.
Who's Elfrid right now in terms of adjusting and getting acclimated with this group?
He's pretty good. I mean, he's still trying to figure out. We haven't had many practices and stuff, so he's still trying to figure out, the sets and which sets can be run for which guy and how to get different guys to basketball. But for the most part, we have a point guard now that can control the tempo of a game and make sure that we get to the right spots, and he's a capable scorer too when he gets in the paint.
You said that you thought Book has gotten tired the last few games in the second half. Is there anything you can do to either manage his minutes or the responsibilities during the game so he has a little bit more juice?
Yeah, I think the last game we didn't play him as much at the point, and I think that's something we'll look at. But at the same time, we're sitting there going, we want to manage minutes, we want to stay competitive and stay in the game. So it's a fine line with him, but he's this is part of his growth as well. To be as good late, and he has been in a lot of cases this year. I think just maybe a little bit of the grind of the schedule right now.
Jay, have you felt the need to talk specifically with Dragan about getting more assertive again? He played well against these guys in that first meeting. The last 4 or 5 games, his field goal attempts are way down.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about it yesterday, and I think the big thing for him is his assists are up. He's averaging 18 assists or 6 assists over the last 3 games, and he's rebounding better. And I think he feels like, okay, it's my job out there, especially with the starting group, to move the basketball, make sure the ball moves, make sure we play the right way. So that sometimes means that he's taking less shots, and we don't want him to just bomb away, but we do want him to think about scoring more. And maybe it has to do more with lineup than it does with the way he's playing.
Everybody good to go tonight?
And can you talk about Shaq Harrison, since he's recruiting you, and especially from a defensive perspective?
Yeah, he's done a real good job for us. Coming in, we knew he was a great defender, and we were curious to see how he would match up with some of the great players in the NBA. And he's been so solid for us. He comes into the game, he takes care of the basketball, gets up into guys, and makes it tough. It doesn't give anybody an easy trip down the floor. So we've liked what he's given us.
They hurt you early last game by getting Elfrid switched on to Carmelo on several possessions in the first quarter. They didn't have it late in the game, but anything you can do defensively to make sure that isn't work against you again?
It's not something that is overly concerning.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Points per possession on those plays are not.
You'll take the one-on-one mid-range.
Yeah.